Guardian Pack. Alright, welcome back. I'm McKilligan. I'm joined once again by Silent W.
Yo.
And we are now back in the base.
And we are much better protected now.
Oh, yeah. So our agents got back from the dispatch mission we sent them on last time. And they're all a healthy level 2. Not so bad.
Dr. Murphy. Too bad we don't ever get to meet him.
That's a shame. Was there ever a plan to?
No, all the dispatch mission text is not literal throwaway, but it's just like, this is text for a dispatch mission, because we had to, it's cut a bunch of side missions we wanted to do.
Alright.
So instead we had to replace them with dispatch missions because we needed ways for you to get up a B team and a C team of agents.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we've been using our recon for a long time, so I wanted to get an engineer up here, so I bring along Totally Human here. Just making sure he's got his best possible loadout here. He's not going into the field with a fucking shotgun, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he better not be. That would be very bad if he went into the field with a regular shotgun.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna go with the Guardian Pack. What do I do? I don't even remember here.
Gunner Pack. It's unclear. I don't remember if a Gunner Pack actually helps agents that use shotguns.
Yeah.
I don't think it does, because agents with shotguns don't fire bursts. They fire one
exactly.
shot. Ever.
For those who didn't take the time to read that, if an agent is equipped with a Gunner Pack, they can fire in longer bursts, which is fine if they're using like an SMG or an assault rifle. But for a shotgun, it might not do anything at all. So
for the player, the Gunner Pack is not bad. It does increase your magazine size. So
yeah, which for certain guns is super useful. But
place it in choke points to limit the enemy's movement.
And here's the mine video. I don't think we've seen it yet, but we have seen the mines a lot.
I thought we saw that last video. Oh no, is that another bug? It probably is.
We might.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It seems familiar. Oh well. Anyway, I'm just going over some of my agent skills. More damage for the snipers.
Correct.
Quartermaster, what do I give him? Oh, he's got the shield.
Quartermaster gets shield sphere. Yes. This ability.
The support agent.
Oh, wow. This is a pretty hot ability. This has protected my dudes
all incoming fire.
This ability made an appearance in our 2012 E3 demo.
Ooh.
If anybody remembers. This was used in the 2012 E3 demo to shield an agent while another agent was sent in to revive him. It still works like that, fortunately. And as far as I know, it's actually, I don't think enemies can break the shield. I believe it's invulnerable until it expires.
I think it can. I think it has a health bar. I've seen my shields go down pretty quickly. But we're not going to see it this mission.
I never used it very often on my agents because support gets better skills than Shield Sphere later on.
Yeah.
That are much more worth using.
Anyway, we have some more dispatch missions. For that one, we get a new agent, but for this one, we get the stabilization pack, which is kind of a better reward. So they're both the difficulty 7, so given our current agents, we can only do one of them.
Look at that smug motherfucker in the first slot. Who is that?
That is a great portrait.
That is a good portrait. I like how the third one looks like Chief O'Brien from Star Trek.
But you can see this one's also a complexity 7, but our remaining agents are only total 5, so we can't do that yet. Oh well.
Yeah, it's a real shame.
Anyway, on to the next main mission. We've farted around the base, we've done all the side missions, we talked to everybody. Now it's time to head to Pima.
Pima, which was first in Arizona, and now is in New Mexico, where it actually is in real life, I think.
New Mexico, Arizona, they're all the same.
Well, Arizona doesn't observe daylight savings time, so...
Be ready in an hour. Be $14.
Ah, yes, this cutscene.
$7 later.
This damn thing.
Oh man, this cutscene.
I should have worn the flats.
What about it?
This was like our proving out cutscene for a lot of our cutscene pipeline. It didn't change much. It locked really early. You can tell.
I guess this was after the decision to keep the sleepwalkers in.
We were always going to have sleepwalkers. It's just we were going to have infiltrators and sleepwalkers, and they were going to fulfill very different functions.
Yeah. We'll keep on seeing vestiges of the infiltrators that don't exist as the game goes on.
Or do they? Yeah. Alright, so welcome to the E3 and publisher demo level. This level is the most polished level in the game, probably, because it was done for so many demos. Jesus, we must have had like 10 or 12.
Agent de Silva, come in.
This level. This level's dialogue is also burned into my brain.
You there?
Forever.
Played it that many times.
Yes. Yes, but fortunately, in this level, we're going to meet
Agent de Silva's last transmission was within
Agent
half
de
a mile
Silva
of here.
in this level.
Right?
Well, we've met him, but we're going to meet him in the
We're
field.
gonna have a hell of a time
Well,
getting to
yeah,
that tower.
that wasn't much of a meeting. So Agent de Silva is the protagonist of the DLC for this game, Hangar 6 R&D, which one of us will be playing through. Still not 100% sure which one of us will be.
Oh, I don't have it yet, but I am going to grab it.
Okay. So yeah, we'll see about that. There might even be, if anybody else has it, there might be opportunity for some challenge runs or something. Who knows? But anyway, welcome to Pima. It's kind of been turned into a shithole.
Don't get too comfortable, Carter. We're still seeing some patrols.
And
down
it should
there.
be noted that the Pima County evacuation fabric right there, that is a physics object that you can like shoot to shit and it like crumples and folds and it's really cool. So if you're playing through the game, shoot it.
Yeah, the cloth physics were a particular point of pride for the PC modification team.
And I regret that we're not really going to see much of it this video, but check the next mission.
Yeah.
I'll show that off some more there.
I'm interested to see how you place your agents here, because this encounter has an objectively correct way to play it and an objectively incorrect way to play it, rather.
And,
they also
well, my
shout-outs
agent-
to McBain's Bakery and Luncheon. That guy's a level architect I worked with. He's actually at my
Place a
current
mine
studio
there.
also.
Mine deployed. Lifting him.
Well, my agents apparently don't give a shit about where I told them to go, so...
Well, they hadn't gotten there yet. And also, when combat starts in this game, we immediately cancel all the orders agents have pending and say, get to the nearest cover. I don't care what the player
Right.
told you to do, just get to cover.
Which actually works out better than you would think, because...
You should probably be following that advice yourself here, but you just had to welcome that guy to Earth in typical American style.
I did, and I regret nothing.
Your health regenerates pretty generously in this game,
Yeah.
so it's well worth it.
I'm the one with his finger on the heal button, so it doesn't really matter.
Also, yes. Alright, yeah, good tactical sense here. This area that you're moving your agents to solely exists to be a flanking zone.
Yeah, it's... Why wouldn't you go there?
Yep, that's why it's there.
Alright, so... Mines... God, I love
Mines.
mines.
The budget grenade. Or is the grenade a budget mine? I can't decide. Look at those beautiful explosion effects.
Oh, yeah. I was just gonna say, I like the kind of effect on the drop pods where they get that, like, beam in whenever the guys are teleporting in, like they're being transported down.
Oh man, that bubble shield is even cooler if you turn on the physics. It actually becomes a field of particles that distorts as enemies walk through it and stuff.
Oh, Jesus, that is cool.
Yeah, that bubble right there. It turns into that. It's super cool. Anyway, this map, and this particular area of this map is... Oh my god, tell me you're going to do this. Okay, well, I'll remark on what happens. This map was the area that we used to prove out our new lighting system when we switched from Unreal's Light Mass to Geomeric's Enlighten. And so you can tell this is the test bed because this works, probably has the really dramatic shadows and a lot of little objects with dynamic lights going around on them. And oh no, you shot the little balloon thing on the roof of the car dealership, and it's
Oh my god, it deflates?
deflating. Yeah. Oh, it's all sad now. See, you killed it.
Okay, that's a thing that I did, and until you just pointed it out, I didn't even realize.
That's why you put the sniper there.
Oh, that is so cool.
This level
Yeah,
also had some of our worst lighting bugs because it was the test bed. So
Hang in there.
I do love the Portsmouth dealership. It's a pretty cool little section.
yeah. This dealership has changed a ton from when this level was first concepted. Originally, you didn't go into the dealership at all. You headed through that gate that's directly to Carter's right.
Watch out!
There, it's in frame just past the forklift. Originally, you headed through that gate and then back into the area back there. You didn't go through the dealership at all, but you'll see You'll see in a little while why it's very important. Oh, look! Carter's level 4.
Carter just leveled up earlier, and now I get Goop.
You get a friendly blob!
The silicoid draws enemy fire and will attempt to entangle its targets.
Oh, if only. If only it actually did.
No, it totally does. I've seen it do it, just not very often. But yeah, the blob is super useful.
He is.
I think yeah, here we go.
Deploying blob!
Get him, buddy!
It doesn't have that much health, but
It fucks up sectoids.
yeah, it's super great against sectoids, and it's great just something that harasses the enemy and they try and attack it instead of you for a little bit.
And Mr. Blob is bouncing all over the place like a piece of flubber. Yeah, go get that elite!
I think my engineer finished him.
Yes, Blob knocked the shield down.
Oh yeah. There we go, he's taking down those sectoids like they're nothing.
He just fastball special that sectoid.
Focus on that target! Attacking your target!
Yeah, blobs are pretty cool.
While you're planning, the Blob is ambushing the silicoid. Bonk. I mean, sectoid.
There we go.
Silicoids, blobs, whatever.
They all end in oids.
They are all oids. And oids aren't people. They're aliens. Greetings, Earthlings.
And the whole out of this world sail, that was also a nice touch.
Yeah, we figured we had to have a little, we had to have some dumb alien jokes.
Although shame on you, the out of this world sail banner is not a physics object. That should have been.
We couldn't make everything that we wanted to a physics object because we were going back in levels that had already been locked, and we couldn't change as much as we wanted to. So, like, for example, texture resolution on those posters was another thing that we would have liked to change, but unfortunately
Yeah,
we couldn't.
those are super low, especially considering everything else
Yeah.
in the game.
Yeah, a lot of the textures in the game were victims of 360 or PS3 centric cuts. Oh, look at those light rays! Yeah.
The whole town is infected.
I forget, Portsmouth, that's a real car, right?
I don't think so. No, no, it's not. None of the brands in this game are real. They're all fake.
Oh, okay. Have you ever heard of a Plan 59?
Plan 59, no.
Plan 59, Sleepwalkers here. It's a vintage ad website where they have a bunch of high-res pictures of like ads from like the 50s and 60s, and it looks like those were pulled right off the site.
Those were probably where we got our reference material for our artists.
Oh yeah, and the game does not punish you for shooting or punching Sleepwalkers.
Although it does make you a monster.
Yeah, well, that's
No,
that's
it
just
doesn't.
natural.
It depends.
I'm just knocking them out.
No,
They
you're
could
killing
hurt
them.
themselves. They could hurt themselves. It's for their own good.
Good on
There
you
we
for
go,
killing
see?
that guy. He's a murderer already. He killed that dude in front of him.
Oh yeah, and by the way, press this button because
Oh, a schematic.
this is one of my favorites.
Ladies
There
and
we
gentlemen,
go.
welcome to the pack that you will use for most of the rest of the game.
Or at least your agents will. It is
Yeah, it's
pretty
good.
much one of the best packs.
So yeah, the reason
don't-
we had to take you through the dealership there is because we've streamed out the entire front of the level.
I've got De Silva. He's on the AIM bed.
But wait, De Silva's on the radio.
This is De Silva. If you can hear this,
Look at that smug motherfucker with his mustache. Oh
I'm
man,
at the radio station.
It's a pretty sweet stash.
it is a sweet stash.
I won't be able to hold them all.
So those little radio icons, those are very Bioshocky.
If he's
Yeah.
Then they'll know right where he is.
I'm not very happy with all the little Bioshocky-isms in this game, most notably the HUD. Not particularly ecstatic about the design of the HUD or the radio icons.
Enemies engaged!
Yeah. Big bada boom.
De Silva's surprises.
Oh,
He's
look at
close.
that. Look at that VFX.
Get in here. We don't have much time.
Originally,
Come on, let's
we
get
had
to that
one of the outsiders in that sequence literally go to pieces, and all the body parts came flying out at you.
I wish you kept that.
ESRB. not ESRB, sorry. It was for the German version, actually.
They wouldn't be too pleased with it.
Germany has problems with dismemberment. They also have problems with a lot of blood.
Glad you're on our side.
Is that why the sectoids bleed mustard?
No, that is not. I believe it's because canonically sectoids bleed mustard.
Oh, okay.
No, not that! No, not that box! It's a trap! Oh, crap.
It's still cover.
It's a trap piece of cover.
Does it get destroyed?
No, it's deliberately put there to teach the player that isolated objects like that are a terrible idea for cover. But, oh well. So
My guy does alright.
This encounter is called the radio station encounter. This encounter exemplifies probably the best and the worst of encounter design in this game, in a lot of different ways. The guy who designed this encounter, I'm actually working with him again, fortunately, because he is a crack shot level designer. And this encounter went through approximately, 100-something revisions. This is the most iterated upon encounter in the entire game. This encounter probably had the most bugs per encounter in the entire game. It was a son of a bitch, but it's because it's an extremely delicate, very complicated encounter. It doesn't necessarily look that complicated when you play it, but it's a very fragile state. It's an area with long sight lines, lots of geometry, a unique mechanic that never gets used anywhere else in the game, the Silva's bombs.
Which I didn't utilize yet, but I will.
You will. And De Silva himself, who is a friendly AI not under the control of a player, which doesn't appear anywhere else in the game either. And, how many cutscenes? Well, you'll see.
A couple.
Carter.
You don't look too good.
Didn't think I'd see you again. See you again. See you... Stop.
De Silva. Good lord, what happened here? Where's the rest of your team?
You're looking at it. We need to talk while I still can. You'd better come in. Shit. They've been looking for me for days. Better get ready.
I'm just grateful that we don't have to fight the gunship again.
Yet.
Yet.
Who's this guy? Ah, yes. And this is our first taste of a new type of commander. The asshole commander. I mean, what's this one called? I forget what our name for it in the game is. The tech commander, that's right.
Yeah, he's the guy who summons in gun turrets and whatnot.
He is a jerk. Gun turrets
I don't
are
like him.
Nasty. Nasty, nasty.
This is for the USA!
Damn right, Agent.
A lot of people don't realize you can send the guy like right off the other side of the level there.
That other side of the level is something that the designer wanted to cut out for quite a long time in the level, and weren't able to because it's too late in development to cut that area out. It would have focused the encounter space much better if we had been able to do that.
I do like taking advantage of it, though. It is pretty useful.
It is useful, but it's sort of a weird, like,
no man's land.
Back at the ranch. Yeah, it's a weird back at the ranch kind of area where it's like, and meanwhile, over here, nothing's happening, you know?
And there's another De Silva's bombs.
De Silva's real good at making some. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to whittle down this stupid gun turret with my pistol.
Yeah, De Silva's really good at building explosives.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, it's a laser pistol.
It is. I picked it up a little bit earlier because my SMG was a bit low. I figured I'd give it a little workout.
And you know, it's not that bad of a weapon. It just kind of pales in comparison to a lot of the other stuff you get.
It's really not bad. It's pretty good.
And the sound isn't as cool as the sound that the 1911 has.
True. Honestly, I think it's pretty comparable to the laser SMG. It's got a really high rate of fire, but it has better accuracy.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, we went over the straight upgrade versus not straight upgrade thing a while ago.
Right.
So success in this encounter hinges on your correct use of De Silva's explosives, obviously.
And I think I just took out 3 guys in one, so it's not
you
too
did a
bad.
very good job with that. One of the problems this encounter has is if they get too close and you use the bombs that are too close, you'll be in a little bit of a delicate spot for a later part of the encounter.
Right. And you don't want to use all of De Silva's bombs again, because something else is coming up.
This is a long encounter. It's probably the longest one the player's seen so far at this point in the game.
Stay down.
This emphasizes the fact that a lot of the firefights in this game are based around endurance on your part, not necessarily alpha strike. You need to build your agents and yourself for a prolonged firefight, because the enemies love to come in waves.
Oh yeah.
Especially from drop pods.
Like I said, if I was a smart player, I might choose to destroy the drop pods, but I really I want that experience, so...
Destroying the drop pod in this encounter is difficult, because you, as you correctly did, you should spend all your grenades at the very, very beginning.
Oh yeah, it was totally grappling in.
I did see that, yes. I believe that's the same blob animation we originally had for the one where it would possess one of your agents. Good to see that animation still made it in somewhere.
And now we have another Muton.
Yep, and where he drops is, well, if you've been hunkering down by the radio station, it's really inconvenient.
This is true.
He's dropped there to put pressure on you to not do it. Now, this is why you try not to use these two bombs until the end of the encounter, because
he's going to walk right into him.
Walks right through him. There was a bug we had earlier in gameplay where De Silva was flagged as targetable by the AI, and since the Muton couldn't get to him, he would just stand under the ledge, repeatedly ground pounding, unable to get to De Silva, and would never aggro your agents or you.
That actually happens a little bit later in a different mission as well. There's a couple instances where the Mutons just can't get where they want to go, and so they just kind of walk into a wall.
Yeah, the enemy AI doesn't deal too well with height differences. We try to minimize. Yeah, like there.
Push doesn't do. Yeah, push does not do shit to Mutons.
No, it doesn't. They weigh like what? A
ton or something.
Yeah, something big, something really big.
Actually, in one of the autopsy updates, it actually says how much. I forget where it is though.
If not, just use enemy unknown's value, because they're pretty much supposed to be enemy unknown Mutons. We even actually got to steal the head from the enemy unknown Muton, I believe, as you can see.
At this point, I've peeled off most of his armor. I got 31 bullets left.
Yeah, endurance.
Scatter on that spot.
I'm surprised to see. Oh, there you're using scatter. Okay.
I never used it that much because it didn't seem useful, but
it does nothing to Mutons, really.
Yeah. I was just curious to see if it would do anything.
It pulls aggro. He stops to ground pound the scatter point once and get rid of it. But that's all.
Man, my blob is going to work on that Muton.
I'm surprised to see you haven't ordered your agents to attack anything.
Oh, well, they're kind of sort of shooting at it a little bit.
Yeah, if you order your agents to attack something, though, they do double damage at least, maybe more. An attack order directly increases the amount of damage they do to an enemy.
Oh.
And their accuracy as well.
Tell Falk we've located.
I kind of assumed that sort of was the way it worked, but I never really paid attention to it.
There's a lot of things like that we didn't tutorialize in the hopes that people would just, come across it, but unfortunately. Welcome to KNOV, the best radio
Phil
station
Waters
ever.
And his big band.
Ace McFatter. Hell yeah.
I love the posters here.
Yes.
And again, all of these audio logs and updates will be with the post, so just check in there. I didn't look at it, but those big barrels there, those are drinking water barrels.
Yeah, it's canned water, yo.
Glad you made it. I started to wonder if anyone was ever coming. Will, I'm glad it was you they sent.
And now you can be a total douche if you feel like it.
Nah. To a dying man.
I really wish we had telemetry that could have told us how many people just brushed off to Silva and were like, fuck you, buddy, I'm on a mission, I'm playing a video game.
Give those bastards a black eye for me. And for my team.
There should have included a thing in the game where if you brush De Silva off, the next couple encounters are really fucking hard.
Well, there is something that turns out differently if you are addicted to Silva, actually.
Before we even knew what happened.
I would never know what it is, because I'm always nice to him.
Yeah.
Dead.
You did everything you could. I know you'd never leave a man behind.
That was a while ago. I've been on the run since then. I started changing, but I've been fighting it since... I don't know how long ago. What day is it?
True fact. That dialogue was specifically written to retcon all the weird time discrepancies in this level.
We'll take care of the rest.
There's a warehouse behind the supermarket. The supermarket. Go down to the basement. The machines dug a tunnel that leads to the tower. The tower.
Stay with me, Nico. Anything else I should know?
Just be careful down there, Carter. Whatever they're doing in that tower, they don't want us anywhere near it.
More
What kind of
dialogue.
resistance can I expect?
Outside of the tower, troops in emplacements. It'll be a hell of a fight. I can draw their attention away from you long enough for you to slip past. But the real problem is getting inside. You'll need to cut off the alarms once you're in. My team couldn't. Redmond and Kinney paid the price for that.
Kinney? Wait a minute. That sounds familiar.
Know how the infection started?
No.
Where's Kinney from?
I believe he's the second agent you have in
It's
Prelude,
like trying to
in the
stay
first
awake
level.
for a week.
You have Nils and Kinney, I
A
think.
week.
I think you're
I
right,
can
yeah.
really think and I feel it right
Yes, this is Kinney's,
there. Right
well,
there.
I would say return, but,
Take over.
yeah.
I'm not going down without a fight. Without a fight.
We can find a way to fix this, Nico. The scientists back at base.
Yeah, come on, Will. Don't bullshit me. There ain't a cure. And I'm not letting that creepy crowd poke at me looking for one.
De Silva doesn't like doctors.
I'm sorry, Nico.
I love how little regard the agents have for Dresner.
It is. So listen.
That actually comes up in
I don't
Hangar
have a lot
6.
of ordnance left, but
Oh man, I
still
can't
do
wait.
some damage.
Hangar 6
Burn
actually
off your
explain.
back for a
Actually,
couple
now that I
of minutes
think
while
about
you
it,
slip through.
Hangar 6 explains why De
talking
Silva
about
is not a huge
Carter.
fan of Heinrich.
I am. I'm not just gonna give up and turn on you or burn out. To hell with that. I'm a soldier. And I'm gonna die like one.
Here's the choice.
I'm not gonna tell him not to.
Nico. Don't, Will.
No?
Just go. When you
He
get to
seemed
the
like he'd
gas
made up
station,
his mind. I'm a supportive dude.
This is one of the
It'll
few
be a
things in
great
this
show.
game that makes the difference, actually.
A great show.
What's
Will.
really what
I
changes?
know it's a long shot, but after all this,
I'll explain it when we get to
my
it
boy
in just a
shows up.
minute or so.
Okay.
tell him I'm sorry.
For what?
Just tell him. He'll know.
Okay, Nico. I will.
If you've read De Silva's personnel file, that makes a little more sense.
Which is included in the first update, I believe.
It should be.
And here's how he got up onto the roof. It's a nice little attention to detail.
And it appears that De Silva and his agents were not the first people to occupy the radio station during this crisis.
Oh no, the Pima Police Department has been working in conjunction with them and checked the update log to see how
Yeah.
they fared.
Yeah, I'll give you a spoiler. They didn't fare too well.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Anyway,
you
where's
picked
that?
some stuff
Where's
up.
that fucking backpack that I found?
Do. The tactician
There
pack.
we go.
So funny
Increases-
note about... Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Funny note about the tactician pack. Well, not funny, just like a note about the tactician pack. This was one of the first backpack models that our artists did to concept the idea of the packs. This was one of the first pieces of concept art that the concept artists did. So you're looking at the genuine original article. This is the one that started it all. All the other packs in the game were based off of the aesthetic done by that pack. And it is not coincidental that it resembles the Rocketeers pack smashed together with a PLSS from a NASA spacesuit. Not
And
coincidental.
I'm also giving the machine pistol a workout.
Yeah, the star!
It should clear the way.
Man, I don't know how I went so long without using it. It's great.
Since you missed it in,
He has other plans.
that's what it's called, Dairy. That was the code name for Operation Grifter.
Dairy?
Dairy, yes, because it's supposed to be dairy farm.
Oh,
actually.
cows. I get you.
No, you missed the whole area to the right. Damn it. Oh well, I'll have to go through that and show it.
Did I? I don't think there was much there.
You did. You missed some interesting stuff, actually. But
Oh, damn it.
And we're talking over the reveal moment. Oh well. So, want to know what the outsiders were shoving under the ground everywhere? These cool little Inception towers. This was done before Inception, though, so it's original.
You're seeing this,
We are, Carter. The power necessary for that sort of terraforming, it boggles the mind.
We can't take them on directly. For now, we stay focused on getting that transponder.
And I realize I still haven't talked about the actual pack itself. Anyway,
Yeah.
increased ability range, so I can throw mines and whatever farther, increased damage, and increased defense. It's basically everything you need a pack to be.
And yes, you're not imagining what you're seeing. That tower is swaying in the wind.
Yeah,
Creepy.
That's the whole like sort of floaty, bouncy towers is pretty cool.
Oh, look, it's a treehouse off to your left.
I'm gonna check it out.
So this is Signal. This level has the most interstitial spaces of any level in the game as well, and the most little widgets and details and kind of sad moments, honestly. I wish we hadn't scored the pre-combat music for this section because it kind of ruins the impact.
Yeah, it's a bit of a sad little scene there.
Yeah, mom goes to her kid's treehouse and dies with the portrait in front of her or whatever.
Shield Disruptor pack,
AKA
more
the-
damage to shields.
AKA the jukebox.
Yeah, there's a lot of packs that like increase damage against one specific kind of thing, but they don't have any other bonuses. So again, why would you not have the Tactician pack?
Later in the game, it can become important as you meet certain enemies that are heavily weighted towards one or the other. Oh, look! It's the worst birthday party ever!
This is one of my favorite combat encounters in the game. I love this whole area.
So, I'm going to just point out that you got down by the equivalent of a Halo grunt right there.
Yeah.
I really wish we'd given the sectoids specific VO lines for downing the player. Like the grunts in Halo have.
Make them super pumped about it.
Yeah, have them do a little dance.
Mind that
Kill the demon!
Oh, we got a close up to watch them explode, though. Yeah, medic chain. Here we go.
Yeah, the revive chain is sort of an unavoidable side effect. Taking cover behind a doghouse. And the shield commander shows up to make your life even harder.
Don't like that guy very much.
This birthday party is not a very festive occasion for the player.
It is not. Also, it should be noted just how many different little dodge rolls the game actually has. There's like 4 or 5 separate animations
There's
depending
4.
on how you do it.
Depending on which direction you do it in, you have 4 different animations. Left, right, forward, backward.
Oh, by the way, is this a bug where where Carter's glowing every time he reloads?
That is not a bug. It is supposed to represent the, laser recharging up or something. I wrote it up as a bug when I first saw it.
Yeah.
Someone told me it wasn't, and then the VFX artist said, no, it's not, and I went, oh, well, okay, fine, I guess.
By the way, I'm quite proud of this. Hang on, wait for it. Wait for it. Pool party!
Man, if only we could have had more crazy achievements like that. I was all for them, but unfortunately, no. And they vetoed making the achievement list different between the console and PC versions.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
And they're just out of range of my push, so...
Oh,
Move
I was
him up
hoping
a
you
bit.
would have done that, because if you get hit by your agent's push, Carter actually staggers when he gets hit by it.
I had no idea.
Yep.
Now we can do that.
Donk. Push is an interesting ability. It ragdolls enemies, so if you ragdoll the enemy into a circumstance where they can't get back up again, they will just be killed instantly. So push can insta-kill enemies in certain cases. It's rare. We specifically tested to try and prevent it from happening because,
Oh yeah, and my engineer leveled up, so more mines. Always more mines
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, I found at work this week that the poster thing I was talking about in the last episode is actually still there, and I need to grab a photo of it just to show how many upgrades we had planned and how many we had to cut. So I'll put that up in the thread at some point in the coming week.
Deploying blob!
Go get him, boy.
And now the encounter has reached its second stage here, where the player sort of has more breathing room and is more on the offensive, and the enemies are on the back foot and being driven towards their entrenched position over there.
And they got another rocket sniper hiding way back there.
Yep, he's hiding in the entrenched position like a good sniper. They've also got a little no man's land in front of it with mines, too.
Oh, yeah.
Would you believe that I had to push for the dodge roll to actually go in the game? Considering how much you use it, I'm vindicated.
Yeah, it is super useful.
Yeah, I wish I could show some of the people who argued against it this video and say, "See, this is what they do when they have a dodge roll. They use it.
It is entirely necessary."
Yeah, in a third-person shooter, in a cover shooter where enemies have grenades, it's obligatory. It's very difficult to deal with grenades otherwise.
Oh yeah. I think I'm trying to draw the sniper onto the mine so I can ragdoll him, but
close
he doesn't
enough. Yeah, at this point he's out of cover, which means he's in trouble.
Yeah, the snipers are complete glass cannons. They're super fragile.
Yep. If you actually look at them when they're dead, they have a lot less armor than the other dudes, and they have some weird like comm gear crap in their helmets. So
long range type stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I think they've got our original design for them had one of them. Well, sorry, not original. One of the many designs for them that we went through, because we went through about 4 different iterations of the Outsiders. One of them had a monocle that was great until I pointed out that it looked exactly like Garrus's monocle from Mass Effect. That was the end of that. For good reason.
Yeah. I wanted to get him to the mine, but my agents killed him before I could do anything.
This is one of the few areas in the game, actually, where it's possible to kill yourself outside of combat. Due to that mine.
But there's a blinky thing in front of me.
What's that? It's an outsider weapon blocker.
This is the thing that's not going to leave my inventory for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's too bad it's not actually a blaster launcher. We had a blaster launcher. A real blaster launcher. A real XCOM blaster launcher that was a remotely piloted rocket launcher. And it was awesome. And, yeah. Yeah. We'll just do and now, in part 2... Okay, I'm gonna stop recording.